Snackable, a few-minute podcast from Self-Access Center and VR Lab, Campus YMX Ecatepec. Have you ever wondered how many times you open the fridge a day, hoping to find something tasty and quick to eat? Picture how your English will be if you ate it in bites. Keep it simple, keep it short, keep it. Snackable, a place where broken English is welcome.
Hello, community YMX Ecatepec. What have you been up to? I hope that you are doing okay. Well, as you know, we are starting the second partial, so I think there's no better way to start this partial with by having the guest we have, and she is teacher Marcela Fuentes Maguregui. She's an English language teacher in our community, and you might know her. Well, anyways, I think that in this episode we can find out a lot about her. So, teacher Marcela, hello,
Hi,
welcome. How are you?
fine, thank you.
That's excellent. Well, first of all, thank you for accepting the invitation. Thank you for
Thanks a
uh,
lot to you.
no,
Thank you.
it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. As I was saying, I think that you have such a experience, and I think that it can be helpful to our community to know about you and your experience that you have. So I think it would be nice if we start by letting our community know, I don't know, something about you. I mean, what did you study and so
Okay,
on.
yeah. Well, my relationship with the language it started since I was a little girl.
Yep.
I think since I was born because
All
my
right.
parents they spoke in English all the time.
Yep.
Because my mom was from the border
All right.
and she lived in El Paso in Texas.
Okay.
And my dad was studying in Ciudad Juarez, Chihuahua, and they met. I don't know, in a ball or
Yeah.
something like that. And well, they married and all those things. And they sent to get a major. They sent my dad to get a major in what was it, Louisiana. So
Mhm.
they told him that it was a benefit for them to to let the baby born in El Paso in Texas.
Okay.
So that it will have the double nationality, you know.
Okay.
And then, but suddenly, my dad is agronomist.
Okay.
He's an engineer, but they call him in Industria Azucarera in
Okay.
Mexico,
Yeah.
and they offer him a very good job, a very good place. So we came here. So it's funny because none of my family are from here, right? None of them.
Okay.
Just I think the father of my father. Yeah.
Yep.
And then, but it was funny because my dad decided that Ecatepec was the the idonious place so that he can go to CDMX
Yep.
or to a ranch that was from his father
Yep.
in yeah, well, in Tlaxcala because it is
Okay.
near to Las, how do you call it, to the Las Luciérnagas.
Okay.
So that's the beginning, yeah. But since I was a little girl, we always
You have been in
went
those. Yeah.
to see my grandma on in vacations,
Yeah.
yeah, on holidays, always. So sometimes we went like 3 days, sorry, 3 times a year
Mm-hmm.
or 2 times, but all the holidays we went to see my grandma. And then when I grew up, I studied tourism, and I
Mm-hmm.
went to study in. I wanted to study in El Paso in
Yeah.
Texas, but they didn't have the career
Okay.
in that time. So I studied in the UACJ in Ciudad Juarez.
Okay.
And then because of the English, that's why, and that's, how can I say, advice that I sent to all my students that the English opens doors,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
It will open your doors all the time. So they hire me to work in Maeva and the Club Med
Yeah.
because I manage the language. And also I have another ability, right? So
Yeah.
when they were making we did they were making the cast.
Okay.
They chose me because I could dance and I could speak English and I could do many things. And then I worked for them for Maeva and Club Med like 2 seasons,
Okay.
and the seasons were 6 semesters. Oh, sorry, 6 months each season.
Mm-hmm.
So my experience here with the language
Yeah.
is been like amazing, because one way or another I use the language all the time.
Yep.
I am bilingual
Yeah.
one way or another. When I have my kids, I spoke in English to them since
Yeah.
they were born, so
Yeah.
that they acquired the language.
Yeah.
So they got it, right?
Mhm.
So now they travel to United States or they have even in school, right?
Yep.
They have good grades because they have the language. And I brought them here to Cele because I think this place is a great place
Yeah.
where they give you a lot of opportunities to increase your knowledge to get the language, which is a requirement that they
Yeah.
ask you in order to get your degree.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So they came. I brought them when they were little kids in order to learn how to write and read because
Yes,
it's
as
like in
progress.
Spanish
Yeah.
when we acquire the language we just speak, but we don't know how to read and
Yeah.
write.
Yeah.
But then, well, my experience with the language has been amazing, as I told you, because in every place that I go, English opens the door.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you for sharing your your story with English. I think that despite the fact that we know each other, and of course I know you were here and you know that I were here as well, and of course well, the community might not know, but you were my teacher, right? So
Yeah.
despite the fact that I respect you as a teacher, it is
Thank
pretty
you.
interesting to know that you also have a story,
Yeah.
So uh, I don't know. So how it is impressive the way you work and you teach, but also you have your own process. So knowing it is also kind of inspiring.
Yeah, yeah. As far as you start, when I start teaching, I remember that I studied to be an English teacher, and they teach me all the process in order to
Yeah.
teach a class, right? And it was very interesting because it's not just come and
Yeah.
tell them and try
Right.
to
Yeah. To give instructions.
yeah to give
Yeah.
instructions. Exactly, we have a process.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have a story. Well, and my family, the history that we have is
Yeah.
not a story; it's a history, because also my grandfather, yeah, the fathers of my father,
Yeah.
he was the son of a, how can you call it, hacendado. He has
Okay.
a hacienda, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when he married for the second time,
Mm-hmm.
he sent my grandfather to boarding school, and he learned English all the time because it was English college
Yeah. Yeah.
or
Yeah.
English, British schools.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he grew up, he went to Chicago, and
Okay.
when it was the revolution and
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
things. I have a lot of stories about my great grandfather and
Yeah.
my grandfather that they told us what happened in the hacienda
Yeah.
when the revolution and all the things that happened here in Mexico. He went to Chicago, and in the recession time,
Yeah.
he returned because he said that he didn't want to make, or he couldn't make it with just a piece of bread and peanut butter and
Yeah.
marmalade, and jam.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So he returned, and he was married with a Polish woman,
Okay.
and he got a son, but the Polish woman didn't want to come, to Mexico. So she stayed over there, and she kept the son.
Okay.
So my grandfather came and married with a woman from Jalisco.
Okay.
Yeah. And then he went to live in Guadalajara, and my
Okay.
dad grew up there.
So the Maguregi.
The Maguregi is
yeah.
another history.
Yeah.
My grandfather is Basque,
Okay.
Yeah, and they came from Vasconia in Spain.
Okay. Okay.
And also there is a story that when they were, I don't know about the terrorists, and because Vasconia wanted to independence
Mhm.
from Spain.
Mhm.
So they say that they came in that time because of all those problems. So
Okay.
they said there's a story
Yeah.
because
Yeah. Yeah.
we haven't like proved, but they say that one of my also they say that one of the great grandfathers of my mother came to Mexico and was the owner of Loreto en Peña Pobre,
Okay.
the factory, the paper
Mhm.
factory.
Mhm.
But I think it was a very little time, yeah, because in the story of the owners
Mhm.
there is a gap, but
Okay.
doesn't appear the name the names of the owners in that time.
Mhm. Mhm.
But that's the story of my mother because
Okay.
my grandpa
Mhm.
is from used to yeah, he was from Basconia, and
Mhm.
they
Mhm.
brought him, and they went to Chihuahua because it was quite difficult. They didn't like the Spaniards,
Okay. Okay.
or
Yeah.
the Spanish people.
Yep.
So and also they wanted to like go to United States in
Mhm.
order to look for freedom.
Yeah.
Like in that time, going to coming to America is like it was like symbol of freedom.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's why. Well, that's the story of my mother
Yeah.
and the story of my father. That's
Wow, that
the
is
one.
impressive. I mean, the way you put it in history and the way you saw. I mean, you are proud of your roots, you know.
Yeah, I
So
do.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I love it. I love
I
it.
do. And also, a long time ago when I was a teenager,
Yeah.
I used to complain to my dad because why he brought us to this place.
Okay.
But through the time, I learned to appreciate all the
Mhm.
things here, to give a value to all the traditions and all
Mhm.
the
Mhm.
people here, and even working here at YM Ecatepec gave me a lot of how can I say satisfaction
Mhm.
to
Mhm.
meeting a lot of students that they have a lot of things that share with you that I'm really proud.
Mhm.
I'm
Mhm.
really proud of working here, and I hope I can still working here for many
Yeah.
years because being a teacher is quite rough these times because they don't appreciate
Okay.
the fact of being a teacher or
Mhm.
what a teacher has to share or to give to the
Mhm.
students. So I think like teaching classes are is something that gives you a lot of satisfaction, a lot of to be proud of, and
Yeah.
to see your students,
Yeah.
the ones that they were your students, is really very. It makes me happy
Mhm.
every time that I see my students and that make the that see them that they have evolved in the
Mhm.
language. They have um, how can I say working in another places
Yeah.
because I have students that they still send messages to me by Facebook,
Yeah.
and some of them they are not working in Mexico, they are in
Yeah.
another
Working
countries,
broad. Yeah.
and that makes me feel very
Proud.
proud.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that
And
makes
well,
me feel.
when it comes to teaching, I know that the way you learn and the way that your sons learn is different because, I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, for sure. But for example, what would you suggest to those students that are adults or teenagers that somehow feel like they cannot learn, that they are ashamed? Because of course the process is different, as you were saying. When we learn, for example, Spanish, I mean, you are learning by, I mean, since you were a
Yes.
child,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and the process is different.
The process is different, but I remember the way because I studied in Mexico too, and I remember that the way the teachers teach or
Hmm.
the teachers taught me,
Yeah.
and I didn't like it because
Okay.
they how can I say they tag you, and they okay, they decided you are not good, you are good.
Okay.
And as a teacher, I think we have the responsibility to work with the students of the ones that they don't have this opportunity or they don't have these abilities, right? Or they are not
Mm-hmm.
gifted.
Okay.
So I am really aware about the students. I have had excellent students that they don't really need that much how can I say support,
Okay.
because they are also like
Natural learners or
yes, natural learners. But the ones that they
yeah,
can't, or the ones that they have like
more difficulty
is
in
difficult, and also they have this like mentality
okay that they
that they
cannot.
cannot
Mm-hmm.
it's too difficult, they cannot understand it,
Mm-hmm.
or like
They
with
are not
maths, right?
motivated even.
Yeah, like with maths, like
Mm-hmm.
what happened in Mexico with
Mm-hmm.
maths and physics and science and all these
Mm-hmm.
assignments that they should be teachers how to make it more interesting
Mm-hmm.
for them. That's why a lot of students they choose another kind of
Mm-hmm.
careers, or the ones that they think they are easy,
Mm-hmm.
because they don't want to deal with maths and they don't want to deal with
Yeah.
physics, chemics, and all that, chemistry and all those things. But what I've been learning through the time is to develop my own strategies, and some of my strategies is to teach them since the first level
Mm-hmm.
in basic
Mm-hmm.
how to speak,
Okay.
how to be and not to be shy, how to
Exactly.
try to use the language and how to communicate. So, in one way or another, by input, I I force them to
Mm-hmm.
speak English.
Mm-hmm.
So, the students that they have been with me, one way or another, they don't have these like, they are not afraid of
Mm-hmm.
speaking English, right? So, even though they don't speak perfectly, but they try to
Yeah,
communicate
that's
and
the
they
thing.
keep on,
Mm-hmm.
and I think they feel motivated and they
Mm-hmm.
feel that they can do it, and that's one of the main important things.
Yeah.
And that's what I also tell my students, that they should, all of us should deal with languages, because apart from the benefits that we get, like keeping our mind
Mm-hmm.
working and our memory and all these
And the
things
other word
in
that you
shape.
know, yeah,
Yeah,
because knowing English is, and I mean, and
English
another,
is international.
yeah, for sure.
I have some cousins that they were like traveling to
Yeah.
Japan, to Korea, or to, now that they are in, in vogue,
Mm-hmm.
going to Korea because of the K dramas and all
Okay.
these
Yeah.
K-pop
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
fashion. And but English is the
Mm-hmm.
only language that you can communicate.
Yeah.
And if you don't speak English, it's terrible. It's very difficult for you. I have um, another example is my daughter's friend
Mm-hmm.
went to La India, to
Mm-hmm.
India, and because she wanted to become a yogi.
Okay.
Yeah, so she was like 1 month and a half there.
Okay.
But my daughter always used to tell her, check the English,
Mm-hmm.
uh, come on, brush it up,
Yeah.
work on it. And she didn't mind it. But then when she returned, she was like, "Oh, I should have made you,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah. She
yeah,
have
I
listened
should
to
have,
you.
yeah,
Yeah.
listen
Follow
to
your
you, and
advice.
I should have do what you suggest me, because
Mm-hmm.
it was quite difficult. Like they don't speak Spanish. Hindi is like Sanskrit,
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
Sanskrit, yeah, Sanskrit, and it's difficult. I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't communicate just with my basic,
Yeah.
basic, basic English, and and I said, well, never mind. That's something that my students and I always share to them,
Mm-hmm.
this kind of
Stories and yeah,
stories, so that
and
they keep
examples. Yeah.
motivating.
All right. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, I completely agree with you. Community YMX Ecatepec, I hope you have enjoyed this first part of this episode. So see you on the second part.